Hello, welcome back to Writers World Radio, episode 16. Humbly, I am your host, Matthew Graykin. So this week's episode, I am bringing you a speech that I did in front of a bunch of college students regarding the benefits of creativity, the benefits of creative writing, specifically. This is a writing episode, so that's what I'm talking about. You can have benefits of, you get to write, you get to explore different worlds, but beyond that, the benefits in your personal life and the benefits that will stretch into your professional life, into jobs. So that's some of what I talk about. Now, at no point am I saying that the person who is the creative writer versus the person who isn't practicing creative writing is better than anybody else. It doesn't make them any more special. It doesn't give them extra superpowers. But it does let them think outside the box. And it does give them different perspectives. So that's what I talk about a little bit in this speech. Those of you watching the video cast, you'll note that my slide presentation did not, the PowerPoint I used was a little more of a newer version versus the one that the school was providing me. So the slides didn't actually come out as prepared. So, I had to use that creative mindset to work past that. Either way, I hope you enjoy it. If you're listening to it, you won't notice much of a difference. You won't notice the PowerPoint getting messed up. But you'll notice me trying to work around things. I hope you enjoy it. And without further ado, here you go. So, write your story. Each and every one of you has a story within them. Deep down inside. Everyone can write. It's something that you've all been taught since you started grade school. Even maybe before, depending on your parents. I'm here going to tell you about the benefits of writing, creative writing specifically. As most of you know, I am an international selling author. My books have reached above the 10,000 mark, top 10,000 on Amazon. So it's something I've been doing for years. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about how anyone can write, the benefits of in your personal life that writing can have, and even in your professional life. If we can overcome our students' reluctancy to write, we can give them the great power and freedom. We can enable them to create. It's been more missing off of there, but that was spoken by David McAfee in a report that he did, talking about how there's more than just any type of writing really can be creative writing. Journal writing, news writing, writing that you're doing for classes, it all takes up as creative writing because there's a creative process behind that. But most of us, when it comes to just doing it on our own personal end, just don't want to do it. And why is that? Most of us, it's fear of the blank page. An 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, mushed up pulp of wood, stuck in front of us, can make us go blank and make us stop what we're doing. All it takes is one word. You start with that one word. You spend 10 minutes a day. By the end of the week, you'll be amazed what you've created. And when you go on beyond that, you can, they come up with such great ideas, and they're all right inside of you. Write what you know. Mark Twain himself would say, write what you know. But go beyond that. Don't just write what you know. Because for me, my novels, I write in a woman's voice, actually. My main character is a female. Obviously, I'm not a woman, so I cannot, speak from personal behalf on that. But I incorporate pieces of myself, the town that I live in, some of my favorite TV shows, music, some of the foods I like to eat, the experiences I have with adoption, all get worked into my novels, into my characters. And that just helps everything develop. And I just draw off of that. So write what you know, but even go beyond that. Write things that you like. really are messing up my slides. I did an interview with one of my friends who's also an author. She said to me, I asked her, well, what kind of benefits will have someone out of creative writing? And she said, creative writing opens up many exceptional opportunities. It strengthens the writer's ability to create strong business communications, which is a very desirable talent that employers look for. And she's right, most do. It also helps writers to gain confidence in himself or herself. It can even translate into work and public speaking, workshop hosts. Creative writing means learning to think outside the box and tapping into deeper parts of ourselves, which then benefits the writer in virtually every other area of their life. As my friend Debbie A. McClure, she's a writer out of Canada. She's done public speaking. We even talked about how journal writing is also can be a form of creative writing. It's self-discovery. You're learning about yourself, but also down the roads, the benefit personally is that your kids now have a living memory of you, of times that maybe they did not spend with you, or when they were younger, and understand, what they saw and what you were going through are two different things. And when your kids are older, at your age, they're going to hold on to that. And when you're gone, it's just an additional memory that they can hold on to about their parents, that they cared so much about them. In work, creative writing will go even just from a job interview. You will know what to say. You won't be able, you'll be able to give not just this answer that the interviewer is looking for, but you'll give them the more interesting answer. Instead of saying A, B, C is your answer, you'll give them X, Y, Z, or Z, Y, X. You're going to give them, your brain is already attuned to thinking in a different perspective and answering, thinking on your feet. Emails. Everything is now email this person, email that person. It's the creative writer. It's the person who writes that will understand, be able to format that email in a way that A, gets the point across properly, and also gets recognized by their peers and their superiors. And even communication skills. You have to communicate with your customers. Your customers don't want just the standard textbook answer. They want someone that could give them an answer that's going to go beyond. And maybe be a little more lively, a little more fun. I joke around with my patients all the time. It's just because I can think on my feet a little bit better than some of my other coworkers. So these are just some of the ways that creative writing will benefit you. My own personal story, how did I get into it? One of my friends, I used to talk all the time when I was working in retail. We would discuss, I want to be a writer. I'm going to write this book. I'm going to write that book. And I said to myself, I'm not interested. But I gave him some ideas. He said, you could also get into contests and win money. Now I was interested. So I wrote this story called The Letter. And I submitted it to a couple of contests and didn't hear anything. So I said, well, in my research I found out on Amazon I could put up these books for free, these ebooks. So I'm like, all right, if I sell X amount, maybe I'll look into doing another one. And I went above that amount. So I said, sure, I'm going to do another one. I've now done 3 full novels, 5 short stories, and I'm working on some more. This is in about 6 years I've done all this. So from someone that can't write, you never know where it's going to take you. I've gone from that, I've done public speaking, as some people mentioned before. I also now host a videocast and podcast, teaching other people and talking to other people about how to write. It's also viewed around the world. So from someone, this has blown my mind that, people in countries I've never been to, people I've never met, are reading things I've written. Going back to one of my favorite inspirations, Walt Disney said, every child is blessed with a vivid imagination. But just as a muscle grows flabby with disease, so the brightest imagination of a child pales in later years as he ceases to exercise it. Just like we exercise our bodies, or we should exercise our bodies, being creative exercises our brains. it also is good for our bodies because it shows there's a proven study by no, it's not on this example. There's a proven study out there that says that it reduces the stress, reduces blood pressure. In general, it will improve your well-being, plus improves your mind. So, I'm asking you. I've explained to you why, how anyone can write, how it's good for your job and good for your personal life. So why not? So, I challenge you. 10 minutes a day is all it takes. So that's supposed to say why not. But really, why not? Why not go out there and try it? You have, if you need help, someone like myself who is a writer can help you. Professor McDermott and your teachers in the English department, I'm sure, would help you. If you know someone who writes, they'll be willing to help you. All it takes sometimes is just that little push. It'll move you along. So give it a shot. You have nothing to lose, but so much to gain. Thank you very much. Well, that's this week's episode, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the speech. How do you practice creative writing? How has it benefited you in your life? I want to know. Leave it in the comments below. Tweet it out. Find me on Twitter at Matthew J. Graken. Or on Facebook at facebook.com/Matthew J. Graken. Use the hashtag WritersWorldRadio to keep this conversation going. Let's find, let's share. How are we all creative? Do you do the 10 minutes a day? Do you just write every so often? Do you just do it all in your head? What are some ways that you're creative to keep your mental abilities going, to keep exercising that mental muscle? If you need help with writing, if you need creative help, again, feel free. I'll help you out. Contact me. And you know what? I hope you have a fantastic week. I hope you have 2 weeks. I hope you have a great day. I hope everything's going well with you. If not, don't think that's always going to stay that way. Things will change. Things will get better. Yeah, and I'll see you next time.